Now, US police have moved in on protesters of the Occupy movement in Oakland City in California. And I think we can bring you some live pictures of what's going on there. This is an aerial view, as you can see, of the park where the protesters have been camping for just over a month now. Now, demonstrators are saying that they are determined not to back down despite several warnings of arrest, and we are getting word that indeed the police have followed through on that threat and have been arresting a number of people. Now, tensions have been rising in this area after a former Iraq war soldier was injured in clashes with police last month. So clearly a high point of tension there in the very early hours there of Oakland, in the city in California. Let's get the latest of what's actually happening on the ground. We can talk to Mitch Jeserich. He's a radio journalist observing all the events that are unfolding there in that city. Tell us, are you able to see any of these arrests taking place? What's happening?
Hi, good morning. Yeah, it is about now 6 a.m. I'm joining you from 14th and Broadway, right smack dab in the middle of downtown Oakland. Police have moved in. They're overwhelming presence of police. They haven't really started arresting people, nor have they given a disperse notice yet. However, what they have done is that the vast majority of the demonstrators have been separated from the encampment, the actual occupation. There's some who are still in there, and we anticipate the police might go in there and start tearing down and arresting folks who are in there. Otherwise, the street right in the middle of 14th and Broadway, again, it's the major hub here in Oakland, where every bus and every, it's just a major hub here, has been occupied at 6 a.m. We'll anticipate morning traffic making its way through here, which will just complicate the scene.
Mitch, we're getting a bit of a bad line. I'm not sure if you can still hear me. I'm wondering whether the protesters are being given a chance to move somewhere else and set up camp somewhere else, or whether they're just simply being dispersed.
Yeah, people can leave. There are areas where people can leave. However, there has not been a notice of disbursement, so there has not been an order yet made for people to leave, and that has not yet occurred. So far, it's mostly been a standoff that has occurred, I'd say, the last hour to hour and a half.
It does. We're just looking at live pictures here from Oakland City in California. A standoff going on between police dressed in full riot gear and a number of demonstrators, part of the Occupy movement, who've been camping out in a city, in a park opposite City Hall for about a month. So we've got on the phone journalist Mitch Jeserich. Mitch, is this the first time that police have been trying to clear this camp?
Well, the camp is just a little over a month old, and when it was first created, it actually had a lot of support from the city. But then after a few weeks, there was the first raid on the camp about 2.5 weeks ago. After that, a week later, we had a general strike in the city of Oakland. It was the first general strike to occur in the United States since 1946. Over 10,000 people marched to the ports to shut down the ports. Oakland Port, which is off the bay in the Bay Area in California, is one of the busiest ports in the world. They shut that down for a day. It started to grow, and then here we are about a week and a half since that general strike, and now the police are moving in to clear the camp.
Okay, Mitch, thanks very much for that update. You're looking at live pictures here from Oakland City. We saw a number of people standing around there, looking like they're in no mood to disperse. They have been given multiple warnings, though, by police. 6 a.m. there in Oakland, and we are waiting to see what happens. What's the result of that confrontation between the police and protesters who've been there for a little over a month? We'll, of course, keep a close eye on events and go straight back to it should they start to escalate.